This program provides education, not advice. Sponsors pay a fee for endorsements and interviews. See the truthayf.com disclosure page for details.
This is where technology, innovation, and personal finance come together.
This is the truth about your future with Rick Edelman.
What's your boldest, truly ambitious life goal? Everyone has one, and everyone deserves a way to get there. That's why State Street offers a wide variety of ETFs to give all investors access to the market and the chance to reach their goals. Like with SPY, where you get the power of the S&P 500 in a single trade. Wherever you're heading, getting there starts here with State Street.
Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit ssga.com for a prospectus containing this and other information. Read it carefully before investing. SPY is subject to risks similar to those of stocks. All ETFs are subject to risk, including possible loss of principal. Alps Distributors, Inc. Distributor.
It's Tuesday, December 10th. I've got an email from David. He's in Pennsylvania. Here's what David asks.
Hi, Rick. Sorry to hear your daily podcasts will be discontinued soon. They've been insightful, informative, and provocative, and I will miss them. Regarding your informative webinars, will they be going by the wayside also, or will you keep doing them?
Yes, David, I'm absolutely going to be continuing with webinars. In fact, we're going to be doing a lot more webinars in 2025 than we did here in 2024. It's one of the things I'm excited about. We're going to be covering in all these webinars the broad array of personal finance, investment management topics, lots of crypto conversation, a lot of financial education, financial literacy, investment strategy, personal financial planning. There's going to be an awful lot on our agenda. And this is a big reason why I'm asking you to make sure we stay connected. Go to that link in the show notes and join my distribution list. It's free to do so, of course. It'll allow me to notify you when we have a webinar upcoming. We did one yesterday on crypto. We're doing another one today at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll talk about both of those later on in this podcast. But yeah, I really want to make sure that I can continue to provide you the content, education, information that I generate. Not only webinars, but I'll be doing a variety of articles and blogs and papers and a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll also be keeping you up to date on my activities and research on Alzheimer's and the really exciting work we're doing there that I haven't really talked a whole lot about yet publicly, but we will be doing so in early 2025. The exciting news at the Edelman Fossil Park and Museum at Rowan University, which opens in March, and a whole lot of other really exciting news and information I know you're going to want to hear. So please, David, yes, and you as well, please sign up, join my distribution list so we can stay in touch. Hey, let me ask you this. When I say Social Security benefits, what do you think of? I'll give you my thoughts on this when we return. You're listening to The Truth About Your Future. We'll be right back.
Invesco QQQ is a proud sponsor of The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman. Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor, not just in your future, but the future? Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETF risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
When I say Social Security benefits, what do you think? Most likely, I'm willing to bet you're thinking about the monthly retirement benefit that people get from Social Security. But did you know that there's also a death benefit as well? Yeah, when you die, the Social Security Administration will pay your survivor $255. It's been that way for 70 years. Now think back to when Social Security was created. Back in the 1930s, in the middle of the Great Depression, when people died, families literally didn't have any money to bury the dead. And so as part of creating retirement benefits for older Americans, the government created a burial benefit for older Americans. $255 was plenty to bury somebody. That was what, 90 years ago? That $255 hasn't been changed since the 1950s. It's insane. What's that going to do for you today in terms of funeral costs? It won't even pay for the flowers. And let me ask you this. Why does Social Security need to be paying for your funeral at all these days? To me, it's nothing but government waste of money. So now there's a bill to fix this. Oh, no, wait. The bill doesn't fix this. It makes it worse. There's a bill sponsored in the Senate that would increase the $255, since it hasn't been increased in 70 years, to $2,900. Yeah, nearly $3,000 is how much this bill would pay to people when they die. And so, in other words, instead of saying, why do we need to pay any money at all to people? I mean, for the last several decades, we've only been sending them $255, which hasn't made any difference to people in terms of the burial cost. Why don't we just eliminate that and save a bunch of money for the government? No. 3 members of the Senate have said we need to increase it, adjust it for inflation. Let's make the spending bigger. Who are the sponsors of this bill? I bet you can guess. Peter Welch, a Democrat from Vermont, Elizabeth Warren, a Democrat from New England, and Bernie Sanders, a Democrat from New England. Sorry, Bernie's an independent. He left the Democratic Party because they weren't liberal enough for him. So, in the middle of the Social Security crisis, at the very moment that the Social Security Trust Fund is going broke, these folks want the Social Security Administration to spend $6.8 billion a year on dead people, regardless of whether these people have the financial wherewithal to pay for their own funerals. This is just pure government waste, and frankly, it isn't going to make any difference in anybody's life. The fact that the trust fund is going broke is why young adults hate the Social Security system. They don't think they're going to get any benefits at all. They're wrong, of course, they are going to, but those benefits are a bad deal compared to what they could get if they were able to invest the money that they have to pay in Social Security payroll taxes. Only 37% of Americans ages 30 to 49 think that they're going to get any Social Security benefit when they retire. They're wrong, they will. The question is, how much of a benefit are they going to get, and how much is it going to cost them in payroll taxes to eventually get those benefits? While we're dealing with this incredible struggle where in the next 8 to 10 years, all Social Security retirement benefits are going to be cut by 23% unless Congress acts, the only action Congress is about to contemplate comes from these 3 liberal senators who want to spend $6.8 billion of Social Security revenues for absolutely no benefit to anybody. You got to go figure. Hey, as I mentioned earlier, talking to David, we did a webinar yesterday, what the election results mean for crypto. If you missed it, you can catch the replay. The link is in the show notes. And today, 2 p.m., don't miss this one, since we're talking about retirement and Social Security, the Retirement Revolution. It's today at 2 p.m. Eastern. ETF Solutions for Modern Retirement Planning. Andrew Nelson is going to join me. He is the Director of Product Strategy at Innovator ETFs. We're going to talk about how our lives are getting longer and longer. Our money has to last longer and longer, and so our strategies need to evolve, and we're going to talk about all of that. The webinar today is free. You get 1 CE credit if you're an advisor, and the link to it is in the show notes. It's hard to believe that it's been 35 years on the air. I've done more than 1,500 radio broadcasts over the last 3 decades, more than 500 podcasts in the last 3 years alone, and my podcasts are winding down. My last one, as I've told you, is December 27. I'm so glad you've been with me all these years. If you want to stay connected with me, be sure to join my distribution list. Just click on the link in the show notes. I'll make sure you continue to get the latest that I offer on exponential technologies, crypto, Alzheimer's, longevity, investing, all the topics that matter most to us all. Thank you for being with me all these years. I'm looking forward to many more with you. Please subscribe today so we can stay connected.
How How do advances in science, technology, and medicine translate into investment opportunity? Listen and learn.
This is The Truth About Your Future with Rick Edelman.